pandemic, the world saw India's national character. The world also saw India's true strength. It is successfully brought out traits that Indians are known for: a sense of responsibility, a spirit of compassion, national unity, the spark of innovation. India has shown remarkable resilience in this pandemic, be it fighting the virus or ensuring economic stability. This resilience is driven by the strength of our systems, support of our people, and stability of our policies. It is because of the strength of our systems that we could provide food grains to around 800 million people, money to 420 million people, and free cooking gas to around 80 million families. It is because of the support of the people who practice social distancing and wearing of masks that India has given such a strong fight to the virus. It is because of the stability of our policies that India has emerged as one of the world's preferred investment destinations. Friends, we are building a new India which is free of old practices. Today, India is changing and for the better. From fiscal responsibility to fiscal prudence, from high inflation to low inflation, from reckless lending creating non-performing assets to merit-based lending, from infrastructure deficit to infrastructure surplus, from mismanaged urban growth to holistic and balanced growth, and from physical to digital infrastructure. Friends, India's quest to become Atmanirbhar is not just a vision but a well-planned economic strategy. A strategy that aims to use the capabilities of our businesses and skills of our workers to make India into a global manufacturing powerhouse. A strategy that aims to use our strength in technology to become the global center for innovations. A strategy that aims to contribute to global development using our immense human resources and their talents. Friends, today investors are moving towards companies which have a high environmental, social, and governance score. India already has systems and companies which rank high on this. India believes in following the path of growth with equal focus on ESG. Friends, India offers you democracy, demography, demand, as well as diversity, such as our diversity that you get multiple markets within one market. This comes with multiple pocket size and multiple preferences. This comes with multiple weathers and multiple levels of development. This diversity also comes with open minds and open markets in a democratic, inclusive, and law abiding system. Friends, I'm aware that I'm addressing some of the best financial brains, the ones who can convert new areas of innovation and growth into sustainable business propositions. At the same time, I am conscious of your requirement to provide the funds in your trust the best and safest long-term returns. Therefore, friends, I would like to emphasize that our approach is of finding long-term and sustainable solutions for issues. Such an approach mixes very well with your requirement. Let me explain using a few examples. Friends, we have taken multiple initiatives to improve our manufacturing potential. We ushered in one nation and one tax system in the form of GST. One of the lowest corporate tax rates and an aided incentive for new manufacturing. Faceless regime for income tax assessment and appeal. A new labor laws regime balancing the welfare of workers and ease of doing business for the employers. Production linked incentive schemes in specific sectors. An empowered institutional arrangement to handhold investors. Friends, we have an ambitious plan to invest $1.5 trillion under the National Infrastructure Pipeline, a pioneering multimodal connectivity infrastructure master plan is being finalized. India has embarked on a massive infrastructure building spree of highways, railways, metros, waterways, airports across the country. We are building millions of affordable houses for the new middle class. We want investment not just in big cities, but smaller cities and towns too. GIFT City in Gujarat is a good example of that. We are implementing mission mode schemes for development of such cities. Friends, just like our strategy for strengthening manufacturing base and for building world-class infrastructure, our strategy for financial sector has also been holistic. Some of the major steps undertaken by us include comprehensive banking sector reforms, strengthening of financial markets, unified authority for the international financial service centers, one of the most liberal FDI regime, a benign tax regime for foreign capital, suitable policy regime for investment vehicles like infrastructure investment trust and real estate investment trust, implementation of insolvency and bankruptcy code, financial empowerment through direct benefit transfer and fintech-based payment system like RuPay cards and Beam UPI. Friends, initiatives around innovation and digital have always been at the center of government policies and reform. We have one of the largest number of startups and unicorns in the world. We are still growing very fast. The growth rate in 2019 translate into an average of 2 to 3 startups getting set up every day. Friends, our government has taken various steps to enable private enterprise to flourish. Strategic disinvestment and monetization of assets on a scale not been before. Historic decision to bring down our share in public sector undertakings to below 51%. Policy regime for private participation in new sectors like coal, space, atomic energy, railways, civil aviation, and defense. New public sector undertakings, policy for rationalized footprint of public sector. Friends, today, each sector in India is looking up manufacturing, infrastructure, technology, agriculture, finance, and even social sectors like health and education. Our recent reforms in agriculture open up new possibilities to partner with the farmers in India. With the help of technology and modern processing solutions, India will soon emerge as an agriculture export hub. National education policy allows setting up a foreign university campus here. National Digital Health Mission provides scope for fintechs. Friends, I am happy that global investor community has been showing confidence in our future. The last 5 months have seen a 13% rise in FDI inflows compared to last year. Your active participation in this roundtable increases the confidence even more. Friends, if you want returns with reliability, India is the place to be. If you want demand with democracy, India is the place to be. If you want stability with sustainability, India is the place to be. If you want growth with a green approach, India is the place to be. Friends, India's growth has the potential to catalyze global economic resurgence. Any achievements by India will have a multiplier impact on world's development and welfare. A strong and vibrant India can contribute to stabilization of the world economic order. We will do whatever it takes to make India the engine of global growth resurgence. There is an exciting period of progress ahead. I invite you to be a part of it. Thank you. Thank you very much.